How do people come to terms with being ugly? GIF. I let you in on a secret. Most people hate how they look in the mirror and find they are ugly. The entire market of social media filters, makeup, dieting, beauty products, fashion, and so on, aims at people who try everything to improve their looks because they think they are not pretty. But truth is, most people aren't ugly at all. They just don't match what the marketing tells you is pretty. So what you see when you look at yourself and what others see when they look at you are two very different things. You can never be objective about yourself, and will always find only the negative, but that doesn't mean that's the truth. The second part of this secret is that it takes time to become comfortable in your skin and glow up. You are at the end of puberty, but you will not be completely physically grown up and mature until 25. That's just how things are. You are still more kid than adult and still more work in process than finished product. Almost everyone needs time to find themselves and build an external and internal look for you that you can be comfortable with. And that's the key thing. Because deep down it doesn't matter how you look, what matters is to be confident with what you look like and find that style and path of life that makes you the most comfortable. I am 41 now. As I was your age, and older than that, I looked into the mirror and thought I was so ugly. I thought I was fat and disgusting and hid myself away from the world. And now, looking back 20 years later, I can see that I never was ugly, let alone fat. I didn't look an inch as bad as I saw myself when looking in the mirror. But I was blind to my good sides back then. I had that moment in my early 30s when I just stopped to care. I told myself I was ugly and lonely, and I would never find a person who would stay with me long term. In retrospect, this took a whole hell of a lot of pressure out of the thing. Because stopping to care meant I finally allowed myself to wear what I was comfy with and do what I felt comfy with, and I allowed myself to enjoy stuff. And when I ask my husband today what he liked about me first, he always tells me that it's the way I showed of my hippie vibes with so much confidence and joy. And how I didn't care at all what the world thought about it. Now, and my third secret. If you wonder how falling in love works when you are not picture-perfect Instagram glam-worthy, the thing is that the right partner doesn't care. You fall in love with wrinkles in the corner of eyes, or a smile, or a particular hand gesture, or a laugh. They don't care about boob shapes, or if your toes are crooked, or your nose too big. Hell, one of the best parts of my husband is his utterly crooked nose. Because I know the stories of every time he broke his nose to earn the shape, and the motivations to step in and fight. It's so much a part of him that it doesn't matter that he probably could scare small kids away with his face. I love him for that all the more. So, overall, you are still very, very young. Grow up, mature, find your path in life. Walk it, get comfortable in your body and just stop to compare yourself to others. Delete Instagram. I'm 41 and came to terms with being ugly a long time ago. I hate that people will try to jolly me out of it. I've looked at this face for 40 years. I know exactly what I look like. I know I'm not objectively pretty. Never have been. There was no glow up or sudden realization of prettiness or anything. The best I've been able to hope for is not actually hideous enough to scare children. You'll be fine. People will be cruel and stupid, and they will be breathtakingly ignorant of their own pretty privilege. The trick is to pursue happiness in your own life, for yourself, and to let the shallow FCKERS weed themselves out chasing other pretty people, and to not let all that make you bitter. You get one life, and no one gets out of it looking pretty. My 5 cents to this as a dude. It doesn't matter. Okay? I know it's hard to feel that way. But there is people out here who don't care too much about looks. On the flip side, you start to look way better to others when you are happy yourself. It's weird, but as soon as you start being truly happy about yourself, your whole being starts to change. I mean, behavior, looks, speech and so on, all of it. Find other ways to be appreciated. Work on fitness and personality. Even if you were wearing a deformation on your face, appearing otherwise healthy and enjoyable to be around would more than make up for it. I realized there was more to be than being attractive. Let's be ugly together. Remember that beauty is subjective. What one person may consider ugly, another will consider drop-dead gorgeous. Spend less time in front of the mirror and less time looking at images of people you wish you could look like. You likely have a very distorted perception of yourself at this point. Understand that attraction varies quite significantly from person to person. You won't be beautiful to everyone. Nobody is. But even though you don't think you're beautiful, someone else will. Take all this negative self-centered energy and redirect it to more useful endeavors, like building yourself up as a whole person and helping others. Confidence, a nice personality, hygiene, and really just as a bonus, trying to take care of your weight goes a really long way. Beauty is skin deep and only gets you in the door. Personality, humor and generosity lasts forever. You're only 18. I was an ugly duckling for years. I was called ugly 610 times a day for 7 years straight. Finally I just stopped caring and I had to fake it till I made it. Men are incredibly attracted to confidence because confidence is sexy. Girlfriend, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Turn off the social media for a bit. I know that has warped my perception of my looks too. Somebody finds you beautiful, I guarantee it. I'm quite a bit older than you, 31, but I'm also ugly by society's standards. I personally like the way I look, for the most part, but other people have made me feel so bad about it that I hid my face in shame for years. I met my now husband at almost 19 and he has always lavished me with praise. Through 12.5 years and 2 pregnancies and weight plus, and aging, he's never stopped telling me I'm beautiful. Yet I look at him and think he's got to be way out of my league. The man is obsessed with me, despite being very conventionally attractive. And I dated a couple of guys in high school who were really popular with the girls but who were embarrassed to be attracted to me. Face with rolling eyes. So I think even if you're truly not conventionally attractive, there will always be someone who is attracted to you anyway. And you have to find ways to feel comfortable in your own skin and have some self-respect. Don't let people like the guys I dated in high school use you and abuse you. Don't let anyone treat you badly out of desperation. You're worth just as much as whoever is considered the current hottest person on earth. I'd say start working on your self-esteem. Is therapy an option? 2 major things. 1. If you're ugly, own it. Now you don't have to tiptoe around people. And you can do things that make you happy. But let me tell you, being pretty won't make you happy. 2. If you actually want to do something about being ugly, first understand what people consider attractive. Because there is no real measurement for attractiveness. The number 1 thing you'll find out that is universal is having a fit body. I know it's not an instant or easy solution, but if you still want to care about how people see you, then get your body right. Also, teenage boys are overly picky about girls' faces, probably because you're all shaped the same at that age. Well, without a picture it's hard to say if you're actually ugly. I met a girl who thought she was ugly, but I actually found her normal looking, but for some reason, she couldn't believe it when I told her. Also, I'll say this. If you're social and meet a lot of people, you'll definitely find someone who likes you. If you keep telling yourself you're ugly and not meet people, that's just limiting the possibility of finding someone out there who likes you. Because for one, beauty is subjective and personality matters. I have never met a fit woman I found unattractive. Exercise and eat healthy. It seems silly, but stop looking at yourself in the mirror that much. When I was your age, I spent too much time analyzing what was wrong with my face and my body in the mirror. Now I just own the bathroom mirror and only look at myself the necessary. I already know that my physical appearance is not my biggest strength, so I try to cultivate others. It's easier once you realize all the best people don't seem to care and beauty is just an expensive, silly hobby that favors a minority but brings fulfillment to nobody. Also, every attractive person I know has told me that the impact of being desired loses its luster very quickly, but the alienation it can bring never stops stinging.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.